Listen, that is the sound of a town built on kindling, waiting for a spark. It's October 8th, 1871. In Peshtigo, Wisconsin, the air is thick, dry, and smells like smoke. It is a booming logging town. The streets are literally paved with sawdust and discarded timber. For weeks, railroad crews have been burning brush. Small fires smolder in the surrounding pine forests. Everyone ignores them. The logging barons demand profit, and the sawmills run day and night. But nature is setting a trap. A freak cold front is racing down from the north. The pressure drops. The wind begins to howl, whipping the smoldering embers into a frenzy. The sky turns a bruised, sickening purple. A rain of gray ash begins to fall. The scattered brush fires are sucked together by the gale-force winds, merging into a massive wall. It is no longer a forest fire. It is a firestorm. A literal tornado of flame, a vortex of fire 1,000 feet high and 5 miles wide, roars toward the town. At 8:30 p.m., the horizon explodes into a terrifying, blinding wall of pure orange light. A low, deafening roar, like 100 freight trains, shakes the wooden foundations of the town. Birds drop dead from the sky, suffocated by the sudden, massive consumption of oxygen. People step out of their homes. They do not see fire. They see an apocalyptic tidal wave. The temperature hits 2,000 degrees. The pine trees don't just burn, they violently explode. The fire tornado hits the town. Wooden houses spontaneously combust before the flames even touch them. The sawdust streets instantly vaporize. The heat is so intense, it turns river sand into glass. There is no firefighting. There is no saving the town. There is only blind, terrifying panic. Horse-drawn wagons burst into flames as people try to flee. The air itself is on fire. There is only one sanctuary, the freezing waters of the Peshtigo River cutting through the town. Hundreds of men, women, and children sprint through the burning streets and throw themselves into the water. They are forced to stand neck-deep in the freezing current while a hurricane of fire rages above. They cover their heads with wet blankets, dunking under the water as the blankets dry and ignite. It is a macabre scene. Terrified deer, bears, and livestock stand in the water beside the humans. Predators and prey, frozen in the river, united by the absolute terror of the burning sky. Embers the size of baseballs rain down on the water, hissing and blinding the desperate survivors. For hours, the firestorm consumes everything. The town of Peshtigo is erased in 60 minutes. Morning breaks over a wasteland. The smoke clears to reveal a scene of absolute gray desolation. Where a bustling logging town stood yesterday, there is nothing. Just white ash and blackened stumps. Not a single building survived. Over 1,500 people are dead. Whole families gone. It remains the deadliest wildfire in recorded human history. A catastrophe of unimaginable proportions. But as the survivors crawled from the river, the nation wasn't looking at Wisconsin. On that exact same night, 250 miles away, the Great Chicago Fire burned. Because Chicago had the telegraph lines and the newspapers, they became the story. Peshtigo was forgotten. Relief trains passed right by the smoldering ruins of Wisconsin, rushing supplies to the big city. Peshtigo was left to bury its dead in mass graves, overshadowed by history, erased by greed. The fire tornado that history forgot. A stark reminder of nature's terrifying, uncontrollable wrath. Subscribe to channel to uncover more unfilmed history. We bring the forgotten past to life. Let us know in the comments, what American disaster should we visualize next?